Women want men to ignore and break their ego when dating. Do you know that it's your work as a man to know how you are supposed to break a woman's ego? Okay, why? The truth is, almost every lady has an inflated ego, and that ego has been created by weak men. Like, you exaggerate their beauty subconsciously by putting them on a pedestal. They believe in an illusion that you created for her. So she believes in a uniqueness that you are the one who created for her. I know I am not a 3 or 4, because in reality, that is who I am when it comes to character, behavior. But when you do ignore her, she will now come to a realization that that special uniqueness that she thought exists doesn't really exist. Imagine you, Isaac, meeting with some women who will be consistently worshiping you just for the sake of existing. What will you do? You will have an inflated ego. So an inflated ego is an illusion that another person creates for another person for them to believe in a uniqueness that doesn't really exist for them. She won't respect you, but reality is, if you couldn't have created that world for her, she could have been humble, she could have been respectful. I agree, every single human being is unique, is different. But remember, that uniqueness only exists if it is a genuine uniqueness, and not that an illusion that someone else created for them because you treated them better. It doesn't matter. As far as she exists, you will do anything for her. This is an indirect worship towards that lady, because that is how she feels it. Breaking a woman's ego is more of ignoring her and not attempting to give her a signal of, Mary, you're that attractive and the beauty is enough value for you to exist in our relationship. You are inflating her ego. When you can ignore her beauty, when you make decisions, it won't be under the influence of her beauty indirectly forced you or pushed you to act upon what you couldn't have acted upon, or do things that you couldn't have done them if she couldn't have existed. You will adjust your behavior and your character just to accommodate her. But when you break her ego by ignoring her existence, she will understand that she needs to give you more value. She needs to give more than her beauty for you to identify and recognize her existence. Are the men, women will end up committing to. Do you know why I don't often encourage men to compliment women every now and then? For a normal lady who understands that I need to give more than beauty, when you compliment her, this is her psychology. I know Isaac is complimenting me because he has made a mistake, and this compliment is preventing me from identifying Isaac's mistakes. He is doing this to manipulate the situation so that I cannot find out that he has been making mistakes. You are from work, Isaac, right? Then you come home, you are happy, you are complimenting her over and over. Then she asks herself, did he cheat? Was he with his mistress? This is weird. Then he is not fulfilling hypergamy. If he's not fulfilling hypergamy, then I am high value than him and I shouldn't date him. Most men rearrange their plans to accommodate women. Are you often being driven by the need of making her happy? If you act upon the urge of, I want to satisfy her, then she believes that you have lost yourself in the relationship. They all test the same. I don't care. And I will say, summer suit. No, that is an illusion that they create in your head. Sleep with that lady for 1 year or even 6 months, even 2 months consistently. The excitement won't be there. She is actually just the same as Mary. Even maybe Mary was better. That is why the one that you are dealing with right now will end up even making you feel disgusted. There is perception, there is reality. When events happen, we choose how to perceive these events, but that doesn't mean that the reality, the events, will not exist. At the end of the day, men who bend their will just to fit someone's life, they are identified as weak men. Ignore women who divert you to break her ego. This is more of a woman after understanding you. She will try to give you scenarios that will make sense to you so that your way of viewing or understanding the world can be diverted. She will give you a real scenario. The real scenario will be too much transparent to you, Isaac, that you will have to believe that transparency. Now, it's her work to slowly divert how you see the world in your lens to viewing it in her lens. Do you know that Mary and her boyfriend got a new car? I show you the car, right? And even when you do ask, it is true, they have a car. You will divert your actions to maybe getting a car for yourselves. A pressure that I will put on you, Isaac, indirectly, but you won't see because logically it makes sense that they actually got a car. But I have to be transparent and use reality to pressure and influence you so that you can divert your plans. If she often causes you to suppress your feelings constantly, it is the highest time to ignore her and break her ego. Most men say, I'm not going to show her how I feel and how she is affecting my feelings because I am a strong man. I am emotionally stable. Okay, Isaac, that is why you will behave weirdly when you are around this lady. Have you ever tried to push a beach ball on water so that it can get inside the water? The more violent it will eventually become so that it can float on the water. Eventually, you will become more violent and you will burst with a lot of negative emotions. And upon doing this, she has been consistently controlling you. She realizes that she has control over you and she can mess with your emotions. And this is the one reason why I'm telling men to ignore women and break their ego. Have you really watched up to this point? If you have, then kindly comment down below by saying ignore women. And until next time, be safe, take care, and let's have a peace.